In the last few weeks, a wave of instability has swept from North Africa to Iran. There have been similar moments in history. Just think of the French Revolution in 1848 that brought forth liberal democracies, or the Bolshevik Revolution of 1917, which spread communism throughout the region. There was also the Islamic Revolution in Iran, which introduced the idea of theocratic republic, a blend of Western governance with Eastern theology. The most recent one was the fall of the Iron Curtain in 1989, which brought down the Soviet Union. So the Muslim uprisings in the Middle East are similar to those in the past. But there is of course a difference. The main principle that appears to be driving the uprisings is kleptocracy. Kleptocracy is a government run by corruption and personal wealth. For example, in Bahrain it's the Shia population rising up against a Sunni royal family. In Egypt it was against a person, Hosni Mubarak. In Libya it's against the regime and the person of Muammar Gaddafi and his family. Any regime that is dominated by a small group of people will in time give in to corruption and the pursuit of personal wealth. There are very few people who can resist this temptation for 40 years. When Gaddafi first came to power, he was a genuine pro-Soviet revolutionary. He had the intention to improve the condition of his country. But over time, the revolutionary and reformist ideology declines and greed will take over. A classic case of kleptocracy. There is a saying for this: power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Of course, there are bigger geopolitical implications, because all of this is happening in a very sensitive region. The collapse of the Soviet Union allowed the United States to fill that void and expand its influence. Because somebody always has to fill the void that is left behind. In the Middle East, the jihadists will have the opportunity to do just that. These kind of moments of chaos and anarchy will not come often. It is true, taking control of a revolution is not an easy task. But as we saw with the communist revolutions in Russia and China, it is not necessarily the more popular group that wins, but the best organized. And jihadist groups like Al-Qaeda are very well organized. The problem with revolutions is the people who start them rarely ever finish them. The idealist Democrats in Iran were the ones who started the revolution but did not finish it. It was the well-organized Islamists who took control of the revolution. And the same could happen again. Because if the protesters don't finish these revolts, the jihadists will take that opportunity and finish it for themselves. That is how minorities take control over revolutions. The only country that is a potential target for jihadists is Libya. Gaddafi deliberately kept the army weak so he could easily control it. And now that the Libyan military is split, it's even weaker than before. So do keep an eye out for jihad opportunists in Libya. This was a Caspian Report by me, Shirvan. Thank you for watching. Ciao.